Welcome! Today we're starting in the workshop, but we're not going to do anything in the workshop. We just need a few tools. This one, this will come in handy. This one, oh, this one is short. Yeah, something like, oh, that's fine. We need a bag. There we go. Now let's go. Welcome to the darkness where electric sheep come to die. I know that you've all been expecting a glorious server room. This is not one of those. An earthquake and many years of neglect have done its part.
Oh,
and today we need to fix it.
Fix this.
Yes.
This whole thing.
Yes.
Oh my god.
Systems are up to date.
I see.
But we need to do something.
Wow.
This is cleaned up. I removed a lot of gear from here, a switch from here. This is cleaned up actually.
What does it do?
This is the main switch stack, of which about 100 and something people rely on every day. It's not glorious, but it works. And I just noticed something. This is my firewall. If you come close enough, you'll hear something. Yeah, that disk inside is fucked.
So please tell us, what are we going to do with this?
This is not going to be our usual how-to video or something like that. This is more of a show and tell.
Yeah, because
Oh wow.
not all people have this at home.
Yeah, but you see all the glorious pictures of server rooms and network stacks and everything, but most of the world functions on something like this. This is the only part that works properly.
Are we going to make them pretty?
Yeah, everything from here is going out. The top closet is going away. We need to move all those panels down here. I really don't know what to do with that because I have another one to replace this one, but it's not ready, and this is really sounding quite bad now. This sounds worse than our wheel bearing. But hey, ZFS works.
I have no idea what you just said.
To the graveyard with you. What do we have here now? For fuck's sake. That goes most of the network. I think that's a fifth or sixth of the network. We'll leave the... Oh yeah. I just killed the firewall, so there's no point in having the master switch continue to operate because there's no network.
But nobody's here anyways.
Yeah, there's nobody here. That's why I'm doing this over the weekend.
I just realized I don't wanna know networking.
Why? Some people have a glorious vision of networking, like everything is clean and everything is nicely cable managed.
No, it's
No?
just too much. No.
But some of the time, we have something like this.
Like, do you know for every cable, what does it do?
Most of them, yes. When I'm finished with all of this, I will know for every cable where does it go and what does it do. But at this moment, no, I do not know.
There is some kind of a system, right?
Yeah, there will be some kind of system. And I will have new switches and not this HP crap. I removed the Cisco crap, now I will remove the HP crap.
And it will be just crap.
And it will be MikroTik goodness. So many years of neglect.
Do you have new cables?
All new cables.
Oh, what are you going to do with this?
I'm going to distribute them to people who need 2 meter or 3 meter long cables in the offices.
Cool.
We are going to recycle most of this stuff.
Reuse it, you mean?
Yeah. Well, I killed the network and my phone is still dead. So that can mean only two things. Nobody is using it, or everybody read the email warning that there will be no network this weekend.
It's very nice weekend and it's very good weather outside.
And we don't have any windows here either.
No, it's only us here in a windowless room. Everybody else is enjoying the spring.
I really hate these switches.
They don't sound good.
Oh, the new ones will be even louder because there will be more of them. Or maybe don't.
No, I mean this sound of pulling this thing.
Ah, you mean the connector sound?
Mm-hmm.
Well, these are old cables by this point, so they lost some of their charm. But hey, I found a new way of removing panels. You get an angle grinder and just go for everything. And call it a day. Now we are committed. Now we need to make this work because we just killed everything.
And why are you replacing this?
Well, these are old switches. They're only 100 megabit and they're impossible to manage because they use fucking Java management something and they're like over 10 years, 15 years old, and I want something that I can manage. Watch your eyes.
Okay.
We have new cable management stuff. This old stuff has become so brittle. When you try to cable manage it, it just snaps. So you just give up and break it.
So it's really old.
Yeah, this cabinet is like more than 20 years old.
Wow.
Yeah. Oh, this is fiber. This is one cable that we... This one needs to stay alive. This one is already dead. Oh, let me pull everything out. We have 2 days to rebuild all of this, and I don't know how. I have to get some switching pliers. Oh, such a mess. What is this? Oh, yeah. I just disconnected this, okay. Where does this go? Where does this go to the back? But yeah, welcome to the glorious work of the network administrator. There's sometimes you deal with stuff like this. Oh wow. What is this? Where does this go? Oh, this will take some time. And this is the only part of the network that I didn't rebuild, because this is the core part. And nobody wants you to disable their network for 2 days. But when you ask for money to rebuild it, there's no money. But it has to work.
Well,
There's your internet. A series of tubes. And listen, if you're going to put only one screw, for stuff like this, you put the bottom one, not the top one. Because the top one does not do anything. But hey, some people do not think about stuff like that. They're going to clean everything, remodel everything, document everything. The worst part of doing any job like this. If you fall now, don't get scared. Everything is under control. Most of the time. First one is out. Now, the last one is always the funnest.
should I hold it?
Now you will get real dirty. I became a master of putting this one-handed. I installed a lot of them. There we go. Before we turned off the firewall, I was barely able to connect to it. It has 2 drives in a ZFS mirror, and one of the drives does not show up anymore. Isn't that just jolly? And now I'm worried, will it boot? Will it turn on?
I cannot relate now.
No YouTube. No YouTube at Monday. That is what is at stake here. How many cabinets did you help me rebuild? 2. And we never took a before and after picture.
Already? I don't know.
What?
I don't remember.
Hello, fiber.
This is staying.
Some of it. I think one or two maybe are redundant. I mean, they're cut off at the other end, and I need to find which two. I have to remove that table, and then we'll hopefully be able to remove one, because I prepared three. I prepared three switches, three 48 port switches, and I hope that I only need three, because I think we can remove two panels, and then we'll see what can we do about juggling this. I have no idea where this is going. I know where this is going, and this is going to be removed. This, or maybe I'm still on the fence of it. If I should cut old fiber. It's really old. I hate these connectors.
It looks old. Look at this color.
It changed the colors like 3 times by now. This one is still in use, but I will discontinue it in about 2 weeks. This one has been open all of the time, so we can cut that off. This one goes to the other building, and there's nothing on the other side, so we can cut that one off. And we can leave this one in, and then remove it or leave it as a redundancy, because I have new fiber there. I dug a trench, 2 trenches with 3, how do you call those manhole thingies that you put in the ground, and 150 meters of fiber. On the other side of that there is the internet.
Where do I look?
Below the graveyard. Here, here.
This box.
This box has a lot of fiber coming in it. And that's why it is taped up, so the dust does not come in. Because this was never cleaned after the earthquakes. Plural. Junk. If anybody wants some switches, send us a message. I have a lot of these. Okay, what's next? I found the wires that we need to remove.
Oh wow.
Yeah. Don't be alarmed. We are going to probably find a pizza somewhere here.
The fuck?
Yeah, the previous administrator loved to hide here and eat pizzas. And then he'll leave all the boxes empty.
Really?
Yeah. What is this?
Oh.
Oh, this is the first ever fiber. I know where this goes. We need to cut this. And this is from the first ever network.
From which year? Oh, it looks
80s?
vintage.
Yeah, this is when they used copper networking. This is very old.
Ah.
You know how old it is when you find this in the stack.
I didn't know you still have this here.
Neither did I. That's look at all the rocks.
My god.
Yeah, it's glorious, right?
Like nobody went here?
Yeah, because you could not get to here. We need to remove this. Can I pull this from the back? No. No, I cannot.
This looks like some monster. I don't know. Why is there so much cable?
Well, usually you leave a bit of cable and you bring it to the closet. Oh, this
is like a sea of cable.
Yeah, we need to remove all of the old cable. Oh, this is a new cable. Let's not step on this. Where does this go? I think this is the cable that we need to remove. Oh yeah, everything is dusty. What is this?
Wow.
What the hell is this? Oh,
Oh wow.
wow. wow. Where does this go? Oh,
Up there.
I know what this is. See? You know where every cable goes. It goes... Where did it go? Oh, there it goes. I know what this is. Oh, dust. What shall we do with these cables? That's so useless, I
Can
think.
you throw them away?
I think we are going to cut them. They're in use, but we are going to cut them.
This is in use.
Yeah.
Cannot believe this. Hey, why this table has this leg moved?
It's here and not here.
Yeah?
Look at the bunch of the cables behind you. Can you put the table leg there?
Not like this.
You couldn't even when they were behind there. That's why.
Oh my god.
You can remove all of this and this. Yeah. These two are going to be reused on the other part of the network. And this one not so much. Oh wow. Do not do that. And we have 16 cables here. 9, 10, 11, 12, 16. Okay, that goes to the other side of the room, so we are going to cut this. And then I'm going to... People are going to get mad.
What's people?
People who use 2 of the 16 cables in this. That we have here.
Are these cables that go into each room?
Yeah, to the whole building. This one, this one, this one.
Now we can see inside.
And we can remove. What happens if we do this? Nothing. Okay. Fun, right?
Right. Okay.
Oops. Sorry. This will be such a pain. Why did it go silent? Oh wow, it turned off. Okay. You know by the sound of the buzzes what's going on sometimes. That is the main power. Seriously? What is this? What the hell is this? You see what I have to deal with? Okay, this is really like... I know that it is in use, but it's too long. We're going to rectify that just a moment. On today's episode of Man Fight with Cables. You can use snipping pliers for this, but I found an easier way. Done. Done. Why did somebody leave so much cable? I mean, this is only for this room. Come on, man. Now the old fiber. This one doesn't like to be cut. See? There's some order in this mess. You just have to use your Kung Fu powers to see it. Oh, this is some fiber. It goes here. It's black. Really? I did not expect that.
Why don't you call it optics?
Fiber optics. But
Not optic fiber.
no, fiber optics, because the light goes through glass fibers. We need to get to the bottom of this. Literally.
Oh, what is this?
This is the
No, it goes
telephone
around.
line. What?
It goes around.
Oh, serious? Oh, come on. I'm starting to suspect that I need to bring more batteries. I just want to confirm that I can. Oh.
It's under everything.
Yeah. I see the trouble. Is this the main power? Glorious.
It's fixed.
No, it's amazed like that from the day one.
Uh-huh.
These are actually thick wires inside. Oh, there we go. Where does this two go? Here? Why? Why is this networking here? Why does this go to the panel? Why? For fuck's sake. I need to preserve that cable. Seriously, that's part of the network. Oh. I hate it. I know that there's nothing on the other side. This is a fiber that goes somewhere, and this is another fiber that goes somewhere. Is the light still green?
Yes.
Yes, it is. Okay.
What happened?
You were not filming and I had an accident.
Let me see that. Oh. Oh, fantastic.
Yeah. It stopped so quickly that the nut
Oh wow.
flew away.
Oh wow.
Yeah, fucking fiber strands.
Oh wow.
Oh wow, that goes underneath there. I would have never imagined this happening.
Now you know.
I seriously would have never imagined that a fiber cable would do this to a grinder.
Uh-huh.
Does this have another fiber on it? Should I repeat the accident?
Well, this is chaotic.
I think we're making progress.
That's good.
I think this is the part that we can eliminate.
Completely.
Yeah. And I think that is this top panel minus 2 wires, but hey, somebody's going to be out of the network, so what? But I think I can cut this. I think this is the one. I don't know where these 2 wires go, but they haven't been. Oh, there's some labels here that have faded completely.
Useless.
Oh, I know what this is.
What?
Remember when we were rebuilding the fish stack in the other building? And then I connected one wire and everything stopped.
Okay.
It was labeled V1.
And this one?
V1.
Oh. What does it mean?
I have no idea, but I know that I made a note in the switch configuration, do not enable, because the whole network stops.
And now? What you're doing?
Now we're going to remove this panel because we don't need it anymore. I mean, I will cut it here. And then we'll see where we end up. This is so weak. Oh, come on. Seriously. Oh, come on. Yeah, it's dead. Come on, few more wires. Come on, come on. Come on. Three more wires. One last one. Okay, this grinder is toast. We'll use the other one for the rest of this. Oh wow! This everything becomes intertwined. Why? Why will somebody do something like that? Yes, yes, we have it. One panel less. There we go. One panel less.
How it's going?
There's a method to the madness.
Yeah.
Is the light still blinking green?
Yes.
Okay, that means that all of these things I was allowed to cut.
Yay.
Now we're going to cut it again. Then we're going to start the cleanup process and moving the panels to their final resting place.
Oh, you switched the wire on.
Yeah, it goes much faster with this one. Wish me luck.
No.
Yeah, that was a fail. 2 hours to get here. Now I need to cut that top part. Ready?
Okay.
Now let me remember how to do this.
Click.
Yeah. What the hell? What?
What? Is this falling apart?
This is disintegrating. Okay.
Wow. I've never seen that before. Oh my god.
That is your holy shit plug.
Oh wow.
That is what you need to pull really quickly.
Wow.
Interesting. It's that. Now, because I'm a smart man, I will take out the battery before I take out the whole thing. Because that is very heavy part. If somebody from APC is watching, first of all, why do I need 2 screwdrivers, 2 different screwdrivers for this? You changed the design to use these smaller screws on the battery, then you need a smaller screwdriver. That is not uncool. And this is a problem. Please
How old is this?
2 years.
Oh my god, unacceptable.
Yeah, 2
Unacceptable.
years. That was very interesting.
It's the crappiest piece of string I've ever seen.
They could have bought anywhere, yes.
Yes.
Oh. And now I need another screwdriver, not that one. Tell me that it is this one. No, it's not. I need a third screwdriver. God damn. And then we need to move all of those panels from the top to the bottom. That will be very interesting.
And this?
Now I need a plan. We'll wait 2 minutes for dust to settle. Then we need to take out all of the fibers and put some tape over the SFP modules. Cables, we only need to worry about this cable. We are going to replace these 3 cables. Yeah, it's going to be fun. I'm not a certified network administrator, but nobody said that I shouldn't do this, so.
Somebody trusts you.
At this point, they don't have a choice. Oh, that's crappy. Come on, get out. There we go. Just like that. And then we tape it on. Fiber is protected. There we go. Only 2 pieces of equipment that we needed to save. Now the fun part. How do we get all of this down?
I don't know. You need a forklift?
No. We need something to splice the fibers. I don't have that. Where are my pliers?
You need bigger stairs.
I don't have any. Okay. This is out. I hope that all the fibers work when we're done. It would be such a shame that half of the network doesn't work. We are at least going to tidy up everything today and prepare for the new switches. We need to vacuum and come on. Like when you're doing one panel at a time, it's okay. But at some point, everything becomes very heavy. Okay. Okay, now we need to cut the back panel off somehow and pull everything from the back out. Ready for the fun part?
If you say so.
That was the point that we were aiming towards. Oh, this is a thick boy! Oh, oh wow, I cannot... Oh wow. I need an angle grinder more. Remember kids, don't take your earplugs out until they're certain. You can take this out. Please, please get that. Please, please. Oh, yes. The grand prize. 1 out of 4. If somebody tells you to be a network architect, you do not really see this part.
It stinks so much.
Oh, for the grinding.
Yes,
Yeah, the pain.
it's awful.
You haven't been exposed to a lot of industrial processes, right?
And I don't want to.
You don't want to see how the world works.
No, I don't want to experience this horrible smell. Oh,
Oh, this heavy boy.
what now?
I don't know.
What are you doing with it?
I need to take it down. So I need to move you there. So I can rotate here.
Where will you put it?
I have no idea. I haven't got to that part of planning
I
yet.
think everything will fall down and you will hurt yourself.
Yeah.
You wanna bet now?
So you're betting on me falling down, right?
Mm-hmm.
And if I don't fall down, will you make your special pie for me?
I will buy you ice cream.
Ice cream?
Yeah.
Seriously? I needed that part. Not even the pie.
It's easier to buy ice cream.
Yeah, I know. That's why I want the pie. Now the question is where I put it.
Yay! You did not fail.
I want the pie. That is heavy. Wow. Can you move so I can jump?
Yeah, jump. And fall.
For sure! It is way heavier down here on the ground because it is closer to the core of the earth. So gravity is harder, you know? The very fun part is that there is a cover here, but instead of using that, they cut a hole here.
Fantastic.
Amazing! Oh, let's go up again. How the hell did I pick this up? Oh, I got it.
Yay.
Come on. Another victory.
You don't need that?
I will put that back. We'll make a cutaway for the cables. I think it's time for me to hit something.
Yay.
Fascinated.
You did some cleaning and reordering stuff, but it's still a mess.
No, it's not. This is all.
What?
This is all I know. What it is? See, it's clean here.
Okay,
See?
yeah.
This is clean. I
This
think
is
this
clean.
is as bare as we need to go.
Okay. What about these things?
Now I need to reorganize these panels a little bit more down. I still don't know what to do with the UPS. It's really bothering me that the heaviest thing is at the top. But hey, and I hate these panels. They're really like
Ancient.
yeah, it would be great if I put a switch here and it goes this and like this. But then you have one at the bottom and one at the top that is bare. So I only need to put a switch and all the cables like here. It will be so ugly.
What?
I mean, it will be pretty because you have a lot of things that are. You'll have a lot of things that repeat, and it will be lookable.
What? Lookable.
Yes, you can look at it. It won't be hideous as the last thing. But yeah, some more vacuuming, some more reorganizing, push all the cables back when I vacuum everything, put those panels at the top, put these panels at the bottom, and then we can put the side panel on after 10 years of not being on, and we can start to put the switches in and think about the power distribution and everything.
Okay, let's do it.
Yeah, I'm just looking at those boxes and wondering how many things I need to put in now.
Oh my god. You mean everything from these boxes needs to go?
Most of the things, yes. Yeah. I told you it will be a 2-day process. I'm knackered. How many hours has it been? 6?
No.
Let's call it 6. So I can feel better. Because I'm really knackered.
It's like 4.
Seriously, it's 4 hours.
Yeah.
That compressor really, it's loud. And I've been listening it for 30 minutes. I hope that this thing still works. We'll see. If it doesn't, we have a problem. Let's get back to work. What did you want to ask?
No, I don't know if we are filming at all.
Take a break and check. You lost the footage of me polishing my shaft, didn't you?
Yeah, accidental. So let's see the progress again.
We're finishing with the panels, with the fiber panels.
Yeah.
We finished with the copper panels. The old fiber is still down there.
Yeah.
And now
Will this everything be full with
almost.
stuff?
Almost. There's a master switch going here. Then there's another cable management thingy. Then we have 4 power distribution units. Then we have another power over Ethernet switch. Then a cable management thingy. Then another switch. Oh yes, we have another main switch here for all this for this switch stack. It's a lot of stuff to pack in, but I think we are going to be able to pack it in. That's in. Oh, there we go. Yeah, oh yeah, I forgot, we need to put the new firewall in somewhere here. I need to figure out what to do with these snakes. And everybody's talking about cable managing in their fucking computer cases. Let me see a cable manage structural cabling.
Oh, they're coming from the floor.
Yeah,
Didn't know
this
that.
one was, we disconnected these ones. But yeah, now we can start to vacuum all of this crap. They're looking relaxed now.
You want a grinder?
Yeah. I don't know what I want. I want a vacation. I want the vacuum to vacuum this up, and then we're going to chop this and remove this.
Okay.
Maybe tomorrow we'll get the network up. I need another switch to configure, but I cannot configure it without the network. But there's no network because there's no switch. Yeah. It's gonna be a fun. How do you call it? Bootstrap? No. How do you call when you start something from like complete stop?
What? I don't know.
Yeah, there's a technical term. I think it's bootstrap. Like when the whole grid is down. Well, you know that the electrical grid depends on the electrical grid to operate. You cannot start a generator without having power first. So if the whole grid fails, you cannot start the grid because you don't have the grid.
Oh, cool.
That's not cool. That's a terrifying situation to be in. That's why some power plants have diesel generators standing by, and those power plants are critical because you need to start them first. Useless. You need to start them first so you can start a part of the grid, so you can start another power plant, and so on and so forth. Box. Let's see where to put the first one. This will be the main one that is plugged into the wall. This is really unfriendly pose. We'll never be able to get to this one, and the side panel is on, but who cares? I cannot put it anywhere else. Somewhere here. Yeah, that's gonna be fine.
Wow.
I saw this on the interwebs and thought to myself that that is a useful thing to have. I don't know why do I need it for this job, but I will order some. It's really nice. I don't have to worry about this. And that is what matters, because I do not want to worry about this. Oh, this is so, everything is so nice and shiny, and everything is still dusty here. There. It goes down. And now I need a few zip ties, big ones. Nobody saw that. Oh, come on, what is this? What sorcery is this?
It's childproof.
I hate safety features. Yeah, we were talking about bootstrapping grid. Do you see that small access point above my head, dangling on a zip tie?
Access point.
Yeah.
And this thingy.
Yeah, that thingy.
Okay.
That's there just in the event when everything fails, that I have something to reach out to the intervals and download an ISO file or something.
Download what?
An installation file for the firewall. Because I'm using the pfSense firewall.
Is this gonna fit?
What?
This.
Like this?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's gonna fit. I hate safety features. There, you will live here forever. Oh, beautiful!
Yay!
Now I want a new cable to connect the UPS to this.
Yeah.
And then we can put the master switch inside
Okay.
and see if things start happening. And then we'll call it a day for today.
Yes.
And come back tomorrow and finish it. We found a cable. Where do I want to put this? Where is the... And then we go up. Okay. Look at that cable management.
Huh.
Yeah, it's testing itself. Output. I hate this new thing. No. Output. No, how do I turn it on? Not about control. Turn on. Thank you! You stupid piece of crap. Give me one button. Oh, shut up, self-test in progress. Just turn on. Paste. Yeah, I know. Let's put the master switch here.
Master switcheroo.
Yeah.
Yeah, so this is the master switch.
Yeah, this is the master switch, and without this, nothing functions. A lot of rest on this. Beauty! A little bit dusty, but still.
How old is this?
2 years. Yeah, at one point the master switch failed. And then you can imagine how everybody was in the panic, and I was like, yeah, I told you for years that we need to upgrade it.
You were like, I told you so.
Yeah. And then there was money for upgrade, for an upgrade. Now, where should we put that one? I think that's somewhere like here.
Not immediately under this.
No, not
Why not?
I don't know.
Leaving empty space.
We'll move it if we have to. I really hope that this one works. If that one doesn't work, we have a little bit of a problem. The cable management thing for this one goes here. And then we're going to put the firewalls, so this switch stay goes to here somewhere, and then we'll put the firewall somewhere in between. And it will be glorious. Do you have the bolts?
Yeah.
Give me the bolts, please. This will be a good thing, and it will be all managed, and everything will be green.
Green.
All the lights that need to be green will be green.
And cables.
The cables will be white, just like the switches, except for the few red ones for power over Ethernet. Look, switch.
Ha. Did you mark it?
No.
You would never do that.
No. This switch has two power supplies, and one will be connected directly to the wall, and another one will be connected over the UPS.
What does it have to?
It's for redundancy. So you can take out the UPS for maintenance or something.
Mm-hmm.
And I need a small zip tie, please. Give me a bigger one, please.
Knew it.
Yeah, I knew it too. So yeah, you can take out the UPS and the network will not fail.
Mm-hmm.
For example, or you can have two UPSs, or if the one power supply fails, the switch continues to work, stuff
I know,
like
I
that.
know. Okay. Whee!
Is it happy?
I know.
Okay, let's plug it in.
This is power one.
Yeah, power supply one is working. Let me dust off this a bit. Cover your ears. Let's test this by taking our ladder and setting the cables. Because some of these cables, I know where they're going. This one and this one. And then yeah, we have 3 new cables. See, there's a method to the madness. And these cables are going to enter with the fiber into here. Just like that. I did not tell. And if this works, if we get our secondary network up and running, it is a good sign, because who cares about the primary network? I like the cables to flow nicely. Okay, this is marked 1 and 2. One goes here, and another one goes.
Is this one short?
Yeah, it's shorter. There we go. Something like that. It's blinking.
Mm-hmm.
That one was the easy one. Now let's put the cable management thingy here for the fiber. And let's put the main fiber in. Yeah, okay, settle down. The firewall is trying to get to the internet, so it's trying all the time.
Have to be careful with these.
I mean, yeah, you do, but when you see what fiber can withstand in the real life,
Really?
yeah,
I thought it was.
gentle.
Yes.
Me too. Then I started working with it. And you know that I'm gentle with stuff, but sometimes it can really. Okay, where does that put us? Somewhere like here. Hold this, please. I usually use aluminium foil for this, so you can crunch it on the end. Are you ready? Oh yes! Yes! We have the internet! Okay, now let's remove one by one where my snipping thing is. Or should I just cut it?
What?
This thing, I mean,
Where is this going?
this went to the other building, but I'm using new fiber for that, and
Just roll it. Leave it here. No! Why?
I want to remove it.
But why there?
Because it was opened for like a year, and I do not want to plug into the transceiver that, and this will be quicker and will save some zip ties along the way.
Okay. Why is fiber going through this switch at the bottom?
That is not a switch, that's a patch panel.
Okay, whatever.
So that orange cable is suited for outside use, and you need to terminate it somehow, and that's why we use patch panels to patch it at the end.
Okay.
And then that converts it to something useful, like a plug that you can use.
Okay. I get it.
Did that answer your question?
Yeah.
Great. And that fiber was laid there 20 years ago, and you just replace boxes at the end, and it will continue to work. But it's not maintained, and it's in a really poor shape outside, so it's time to be replaced before it fails catastrophically. Now let's put our emergency network online.
This little one?
This little one, yes. Yeah, the little one is, when everything else fails, you have the little one. And I think I even used it once.
In an emergency.
Yeah. That is an emergency network. I should find a cover for this.
Yes.
I know that you want me to put a cover on.
It will be much prettier.
I think it will be prettier.
Yes.
But it will be invisible now when we put the side
Never
panel.
mind.
Okay, let's log on to our firewall and see if we have the internet at our disposal.
Okay.
We have one green and we have another green. We're missing one. That one will be green tomorrow.
Okay.
You worked. Oh, you're working. Okay.
Yay.
It's a little bit confused. Yes, we have internet. It's a little bit crap, but we have internet. Why is it crap? Because it's... I have no idea why it's working. It's pinging. Okay.
Hi, it's day 2.
Yeah. Everything hurts. But today I think we can shove all the active stuff in with a few passives and make it all blink like it's Christmas. You need to go get that expansion phone. And before you go, let's just unbox the new firewall.
Wait, this big box for this.
There we go. It's unboxed. Welcome to the world. This will be the new firewall.
Yeah.
Because the old one is clicking and I don't like that. I'm going to boot it up, set it up a bit while you get back with the phone.
Okay, yeah.
It lives!
What?
It was supposed to go here, but then I decided to put it there.
Haha, you put this in.
Yeah.
Ah, okay.
The new firewall is in. IPMI is connected to the emergency network.
Okay.
I'm connected to the emergency network. I configured the BIOS. I made an USB bootable installation of pfSense, and now let's install it from the other room.
Okay.
And all that while you were away.
It seems like it's working.
Let's hope that install goes smoothly, and if I get the pfSense login, we can connect that to the network.
Yeah. And?
And that's it. Then the network is on, and then we just need to plug everything back in.
Okay.
Except those two switches that I need to configure. But I need the network to configure the switches to have the network.
Oh, yeah.
High-tech setup right here. Oh, that's a big logo. How do I turn that off? Come on.
Why do you need to click it that many times?
It's an old habit. You just smash the button that you want. That's it. Okay.
If you're wondering, there's a bunch of numbers and letters
That's
jumping up.
yes. I accept. Install. Keyboard. This one. ZFS. No, I want a mirror of 2 drives. I configured this server a year ago and I didn't plug it in because I did not have the time. BIOS swap size 16 gigabytes. No, the firewall has 32 gigabytes of RAM. Swap size, we don't need 4 gigabytes. Mirror swap, yes, that will hurt me a lot. Install. Yes. Come on. When you mirror swap and you try to reinstall it, there's a lot of pain waiting for you. But I have because I'm a grown-up, I have my own documentation how to mitigate that. I have documentation for everything.
Wow.
Yeah.
This is so grown up.
This is going very quickly, I like it. This is totally overkill, but I like it. Now I want one at home.
What? Why?
It's faster
What
than
are you
ours.
talking about?
We have something similar at home, but this one is faster. Ours only has 16 gigabytes of RAM. That's unacceptable.
Does it work? Does it
No.
work good?
Go and unplug the USB drive.
Uh-huh.
I saw it.
Okay.
Reboot. We broke something, I don't know what.
How?
I have no idea.
Boo.
Maybe I entered shell.
This is not fun.
No, it will be fine, don't worry about it. Like, if this happened a few years ago to me, I would do all the procedure again and to everything be perfect. I just don't care for some things anymore. Did it fail? It failed, okay, whatever. Will it reboot? It will. Oh, come on. 17 boot options. Okay, I have a hard drive. Why is it dual? Okay, whatever. Don't touch it. Okay. Save and reset. Yes. Let it boot. 20 years ago, the people who
Story time.
were programmers, they loved their jobs because you would write something, hit compile, and then you can grab a coffee for half an hour.
Yeah.
And then the compiler would say you have an error on line 327.
Yeah.
You correct the errors, click compile.
Something's
Yes.
happening.
And then you wait another half an hour to compile, and so it was an easy job being a programmer or a
Boring
system
job?
administrator. No, you had a lot of time. If you knew how to automate stuff, you had a lot of time. These days everything is so fast that you need to work all the time. Okay, this is looking promising. Will it boot? Will it boot? And but the only thing that's saving system administrators at these times is the boot time for servers, because it's long. It's really long. Boot up complete.
Yay!
I have no idea what IGB1 is, but that's great. I need a manual for this thing.
Oh no.
Let's just plug something in and see what happens. I'm thinking. I think it's one of these two, but I'm not sure. I just poked it and now I have.
It works?
It works.
Oh.
Now I need to get the last configuration. Restore configuration. Yes, let's plug the internet back into it. Much better.
Happy dance. Oh.
Now it's thinking what to do. This is a very bright LED. I like it. It hurts your eyes.
This is blue also.
This one is dead. Why is that? Yeah, the blue ones are always. Okay, it's rebooting. This is exciting. This is exciting. I thought it would reboot, but it didn't reboot. It just applied the configuration. This is something new for me. I found a problem. All the VLANs were still binded to the old network ports. I forgot about that completely. OpenVPN, IPsec, whatever. I hope that is all now.
And now?
Now we're waiting for it to...
Reboot again.
No. No, no, go away, go away. No, no, do not set anything up now. No. Yes. Oh, I forgot about that. Fuck.
What now? Please don't.
Oh, don't worry, it will work. I will make it work. I don't know the password.
Dun dun dun.
Yeah, I do not know the password. Because the password is random.
Oh.
Yes. Copy password. Will this work? No, it won't work. Admin. What is my password? Oh, for fuck's sake. You will have to blur everything, but... One. No. Gb 0. Gb 1. Enter. Yes, I want to proceed. One moment while the settings are reloaded. Done. One moment has passed. Give me my... This should work now. Oh, the wrong IP. God damn it. One. The glorious life of him. Yes, continue. Please continue. I know it's not secure. Continue. Two. Oh. Admin. Login incorrect. Admin. Okay, I got the web configurator. Please do something. Okay, it's reinstalling packages, but the network is half-baked. Yay. I'll let it do its own thing, then we'll apply the configuration back and hope that it will work. Let's go install all the switches.
Yeah.
That is really tight. Hey, did I knock? Oh, I need 4 nuts.
Now expect falling nuts.
Do not even mention that possibility. Come on, please.
You're scratching it, you
I
know.
know.
And a hammer.
Yeah, you can hear it then. I do not like to scratch the switches.
But these are old. And you don't care.
No, these are not switches. These are the switches. The white
Okay.
ones.
Ah, okay. Yeah, this closet never looked better. I guarantee you. And it's not even done yet.
It will be a little bit tight at the end, but we'll manage. Oh.
I can only judge how it looks, you know that. And I say it's already pretty. But I know we need to put in a lot of cables.
But they're short cables.
Yeah.
And they're all white. Now I need to tighten absolutely everything. And this stack is almost complete. I still need to put the main switch in for this stack.
There's some room here.
Yeah. And we still need power distribution. We need to figure that out. That's what I wanted to say. So we need 3 power distribution modules, and we need 2 switches and 1 panel. Oh, that will be tight.
Oh.
The worst case power distribution will go at the back. But I do not want that.
Where in the back? How can you put it in the back?
There.
What?
Just like that one.
Ah.
I do not want that. I want it at the front so you can reset the whole stack easily. How do you release the bottom? Okay, let's remove this. I'm going to hate this thing. We should really think how to reorganize this, because this is getting a really... We're missing one space to be comfortable. Because there's no space for the power distribution at the front, unfortunately. But we're missing one space. And I hate it. Because it's really hard to plug and unplug cables from back here, like this.
Why is it going in the back?
So all the cables from this room, or the additional cables that we're going to run to, I do not want them sticking out like this. This is temporary. Like through the side to the front. I want them to plug here, and then we'll have short cables from the front like that. That will make everything much nicer and more organized. But I'm missing a space. The next part is I need to fix the configuration for the firewall.
Hey, can you replace this
This is
ugly
temporary.
cable?
This
Okay.
is temporary. This will be plugged into this one
Okay.
just when I finish with the firewall.
Okay.
So I'm going to reconfigure the firewall so it works, and then we'll put all of the fiber inside, and then we'll put all of the direct attach optic cables for the stack here. And then we're going to make the power distribution units.
Yeah.
They unfortunately are also going at the back because we have no place at the front. And then we just need to turn everything on. Almost there.
We have this.
Yeah, and now we're going to put the fibers here
These blue ones.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
And then we need to connect this switch stack
Mm-hmm.
to the master switch.
Mm-hmm.
And then this, I'm still on the fence connecting to this or to this.
Mm.
I forgot we need to check the firewall. I found my mistake. I needed to edit more of the configuration file.
Mm-hmm.
And I think I got all of the interfaces now ready.
Mm-hmm.
So let me check on the firewall first, and then we're
Okay.
going to connect the fibers.
Mm-hmm.
Because if we connect the fibers without the firewall,
Yeah.
the rest configured properly, the rest of the network will going to freak out.
Okay, do that.
I think it's working. Where is my bookmark? Here it is. Come on, come on, come on, come on. Yes! All the villains are here. All the gateways are here. Let me check through the different firewall. No. If this one is happy. Okay, everything is here.
Mm-hmm.
We need to put the picture in.
Picture?
I have so many firewalls that I started putting pictures on it. So I can...
You have one ready?
Yes.
Oh.
It wasn't saved in the configuration file. Where is my DNS? Yes.
Ah, this one.
Haiku.
Okay, okay.
This one is going here. Choose a file. Come on.
And?
Is this one happy? Yes, everything is green.
Yay.
Everything is green.
Yay. Check. Ah, nice.
Now we need to run this cron job. Okay. Come on. We can do that. This will take some time to parse all the files, but yeah. Is this working or is this blocked?
Dun, 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 dun.
This is blocked.
Fast.
Oh, this is shit. I think I know why this is shit, because I'm not using the correct route. Yeah, why am I using that one? Where am I connected to? 600, 700 settings. Where am I going out? I have too many networks. I'm using the network that I do not want to use. How do we rectify that? Why didn't the gateway fall back? Disable. I cannot disable it. Mark gateway is down. Save. Mark gateway is down. Save. Apply. Okay. You are going to need to blur a lot of things here. What?
Nothing.
Let's do it again. Come on. Oh, now it's confused because I changed my IP. Apply.
Fuzz.com is powered by what?
Netflix.
What?
Yeah. But why am I only getting 300 megabit? This is so bad. Now I'm disappointed.
In what?
1 gigabit upload That's nice. But the download is crap. Okay, the network is up. The network is running on the new firewall.
Yay!
It's not DNS. Let's put fibers in and then we can continue work.
Okay.
Can you hold this open so I can put the caps in?
It's so small,
Yes.
so tiny.
And I hope it's long enough. It's a meter, so it should be long enough.
Uh-oh.
Interesting.
Uh-oh.
Okay. And this should go somewhere. And if the light blinks 10 gigabit, where is the baggie? We know we have done a good job. I saw. Remember when I opened that video of a guy installing 100 gigabit? Oh yes, 100 gigabit networking at home.
No.
I remember. You don't need one. You don't. I'm serving. I need another one. I'm serving 150 people over a gigabit connection. You don't need 10 gigabit internet connection. Did you get rid of the bag?
Yes.
Get the bag back. 10 gigabit for the backbone is just fine.
Come on.
Yeah.
But can we retrieve it?
No.
Why not?
Dust. Where do you want to go? Tell me. Like cables show you where they want to go. And you just follow their flow and everything will be fine.
Cool.
This one is probably going here.
Probably.
Probably, yeah. There is the bag. Please be green.
It's not.
We have a problem. Why is this not working? Just a minute.
Get to the cable.
I need to. Why is this crossed?
What is crossed?
So this is the transmit and this is the receive, and this is and it's flipped. Why is it flipped?
What, the cable?
Yeah.
Huh.
How do I unflip it? We'll go to the other side and unflip it.
What?
And give me the third one. We're going to flip the cable on the other side.
I can do that.
Well, you dismantle the connector and you can do this.
But it can go in only one way in.
Yeah, but you dismantle the connector and flip it.
Yeah.
Let's see. Will this work? No. So all of these cables are the same. So something is wrong with the patching job, or I crossed the cables on the other side. I have no idea.
Where? Here.
No. In the other building.
Oh.
So we need to take a hike. Okay.
Let's take a hike.
I did not expect that.
I think it just includes the stairs, so...
No.
Fancy one.
I hate it.
Ooh, hello.
Hello, internet. Right? Shut up. You flip them?
Ah, these are separate ones. Separate.
Yeah.
Do they work?
No.
Okay.
Why is it not working now? And it was blinking when we arrived. So this one has... Oh, we're at the wrong one.
Oh.
Yeah. Yeah.
Did I have a wrong closet?
Yeah, wrong one. Let's get to the right one. Welcome to the top secret facility.
Oh, wow, okay.
Hello, internet. What do we have here? Oh. Flip them around. Oh, yes.
Woohoo!
Green lights. Okay.
Yeah.
One more.
Where is this one?
Location number 3. Hello, internet.
Amazing.
Yes.
And.
Oh, beautiful.
Woohoo!
Yes. Now we need to break open 250 cables.
Oh, fuck me.
Yeah, while you're doing that, I will prepare the power distribution. These ones are ready to go. I forgot about them, but we need to change this one.
Oh, how? What?
Well, this one needs to go yes, directly into the UPS. So we are going to modify it. Because of course we are.
Why did you cut off that much?
You can use this in an emergency for something. If you cut it here, you can't.
Okay.
I have these ones with 2 extra ports, but I think we are already out of space. So first thing, put this on, because I always forget that.
Cool.
And now we need to take a measurement. Something like this.
Will this work? It's just this blade. Don't cut yourself.
I will try not to.
Wow.
This is fine when you're doing it like this, but when you have 20 of them to do, it gets quite old quite fast. I never had those fancy wire strippers, so I learned how to use this one. And now the intercourse begins. That one goes there, This one goes over the top. This thing goes here. Start nicely, yes, you started nicely, okay.
You made little pigtails.
Yes. That one goes here. And let's hope that I can put the cover back on. This is a great opportunity to poke a hole with a screwdriver in your hand. Right? You never thought about that before.
Let's say if you're just an internet guy
Yeah?
and you don't know how to do that.
Yeah?
You would need to call somebody.
Yes.
Oh, how inconvenient.
Yes, I know. This will never close. Let's start from the beginning. So the right path was without pigtails. There we go. And this, yes, see?
There is
Without
a screw.
any pushing. Yeah, there is a screw. So yeah, unfortunately the power distribution will be at the back and you cannot reach it easily.
It cannot be behind those cable loops.
Below them. Let's install all of this, shall we? I left one spot, so maybe one day I can put like the shelf that you take out, so you can put a laptop in the front while everything is failing.
Interesting.
Center it somewhat. And we forgot a ratchet to tighten everything down.
And you don't have one here?
No.
Next to each other?
Yes. Do not lose the bit.
Wouldn't it be easier to put the lower one first?
You're actually right. You're completely right. That would be much easier. I totally forgot about it. Even though we were doing that thing all along.
Why are these plugins like that? Why is it not?
Why isn't it Shuko?
What?
The round one.
Yeah,
This one takes a lot less space.
that's true.
That's why. These are called Shuko.
And these other ones?
C14, I think.
Okay.
This is so much fun. Look how much fun we are having.
Yay! Look at this content.
A man puts a screw into a nut without seeing anything.
Yeah. We also cannot see anything, so thank you for describing what you're doing.
I'm trying to get the screw into the hole. Almost.
Hey, what are these nipples?
I think those are fuses. If it gets really hot, they pop out.
Okay, you got one. Okay.
When I need to buy something like this, I compare a lot of things. And then I come to sort of a conclusion. Which one I like. Put my head inside here. And then... Interesting. And then I just reorder them when I have to. I do not search for new ones because I do not want to lose time. I just reordered something that I knew works good.
Okay. What do you have?
I declare victory.
Yay!
I remember that I have access to all the labs. Oh, that's so much easier.
Yeah.
But yeah, you don't need to film all
Yeah,
this.
that's it. There are 3 PDUs, and that's it.
Some exciting stuff right here.
What?
We're going to have some more lights.
Ooh,
Yes.
it's getting Christmassy.
Oh. Yes. It should be fine. Because I cannot plug this. Oh, I shot myself in the leg.
What?
I need to turn off the firewall so I can move
Oh
all of
no!
this. Oh,
Not the firewall.
okay, I won't. This one goes here, this one goes here, and this one goes here.
Okay.
I just replugged them, so...
Okay.
And now, let's
No.
see. Oh, yes.
Yay. Lights.
Yes, and now we turn everything off.
Oh.
Stuff is happening. Oh no, I will plug this one here. This one here, so I can differentiate between them. Okay, this is the first one.
I'll let it hang like this.
Yes, that's fine. And the second one. This is still the first switch, but second is power supply. I will need more cables. I have longer cables and I have shorter cables, and I want to use the
How long?
shortest cables possible.
How long are they?
The cables?
Mhm.
These are 1 meter. 1, 2, 3, 4.
And the longer
1,
ones?
2, 3, 4, 5. The longest are 3 meters. Give me some more 1 meter cables, please.
Coming.
Zip tie, please. What do you think about my art? Yeah?
It's expressionist art.
Abstract, right?
Yeah. Okay.
Everything is hooked on,
Yeah.
plugged in.
Everything.
I think so. We need to configure this one and this one. So that one is disconnected from the network. And now we just do this.
Ah.
Oh, yes.
Ooh.
Now we need to connect this main switch to the master switch. And then we can work on this one and this one. Oh yeah? We're getting there.
Where are we getting?
Towards the end. And I'm getting really hungry. So this one is also not configured. Oh, I need to take this off. Finicky stuff. Like it is interesting to me that yesterday we were doing construction work more or less, and today we're configuring switches and plugging in fancy cables and stuff like that. So how do you want to go in with this? Yes. That one won't be plugged in for the time being.
No?
No, because then it will get an address from the DHCP range and it's gonna be a mess.
Okay.
It is really good, but this one, oh, it's plugged in here. Oh, here.
Hmm?
Why you not church? Oh, the port is disabled. Oh, okay. I need to enable this port.
Ah.
It didn't turn on green like.
Yeah. I like this combination of orange and turquoise.
I knew that you would like the colors.
Mm-hmm.
The glorious life of network administrator. Shitty laptop on the ground with the cable that's too short because I'm too lazy to get another cable. New password. Yes, this is the password.
How did you learn all of these things? You didn't go to school for this.
No, I did not go to school. And I put the wrong address in.
And this wasn't your job.
No, I learned it by myself. CRS.
So this was so interesting to you that you learned all of this.
You know that game Kerbal Space Program?
I do.
Yeah, I had that game
Mm-hmm.
and then I modded it. So you need a line of sight and a wireless link to your spacecraft so you can control them. And after 2 days of playing like that, I realized that I'm building a network inside of a game.
Really?
Yeah, with satellites, relays and stuff like that. Then I realized I'm building a fucking network.
Yeah?
I should maybe build a network instead.
Oh.
And I started to learn about firewalls, routers, switches, everything network because I was making my own infrastructure.
Okay.
And that's how I learned. I started in like 2015, 2014.
Yeah. How old were you?
Don't remember. That always changes. 20 something.
But it was
So
Okay.
I knew a lot of I knew a bit of networking for a very long time,
okay.
but I started doing these whole infrastructure projects and big networks and everything
Mm-hmm.
a couple of years later because it works. I need to reboot it. Where was I? So I started learning everything and just snowballed from there. And now I'm doing stuff like this.
What you learned from internet?
From reading documentation, trial and error, and the internet, yes.
Mm-hmm.
I would say mostly trial and error. But
Okay.
what the hell is this and why do I see it? And now I need to system switch OS off upgrade. Yes. I learned everything because another reboot. I learned everything by myself because I had to do it by myself. That's why. Why do I see these two devices? Interesting. Something is wrong and I need to fix it. System, router board, settings, switch OS, apply, okay, system, reboot, unplug, yes. And now let's hope it does not turn into a brick. Oh, it's not a brick. That's encouraging.
It's alive.
I hate this laptop. Admin? Great. System. Static. What is my address? 172 16 215 CRS something 48 port D. Apply. Then now we're gonna lose connection. Yes. Now and around we go.
What else do you want to learn? Pottery?
What?
Pottery?
No. Please don't.
Basketry?
I'm not sure. Come on, give me something.
Some other crafting?
Why I'm not getting an IP address?
Oh, what about philosophy?
Maybe. Am I connected to the wrong port or something? Let's try a random port. Why am I not on the network now? Oh. I am on the network. Okay, it took him a bit of time. Philosophy sounds interesting, but I don't have time for that. As you can see.
You will need to read a lot.
Yeah, I don't have time for that. I think we are getting somewhere with this.
What about bird watching?
What about bird watching? Another reboot. Bird watching is fun, but you need a lot of time.
Yeah.
You can do that when you get to some mountain or something.
You need to get up very early.
No. Give me some afternoon bird watching.
Okay, we can do that too.
Yeah.
Birds on the water.
Yes. Password. Where is my password? Where is my password? Change password. Yes, another switch is in there, and it's not a brick. The first time I did this, I had 4 switches that was in that state that we were accidentally unplugging it.
Okay.
They were like one on top of the other because the idiot who commissioned the cabinet made it too narrow, so I couldn't reshuffle everything. So you cannot use short cables. I had to use long cables, and I had a pile of 4 of these switches, and they just came out, and they didn't support dual booting at the time, and I dual booted all of them in one after the other, and all of them turned into bricks. Did not want to turn on anymore.
Oh my god, really?
Yes. Then I needed to connect to them over serial bus, and a lot of pain. After that, I unbricked them, and now they're working. And then the other day, while I was configuring this one, the A1, I turned it to a brick. And that's why I have my
cheat sheet.
My how to dual boot this thing. It supports it, but you need some special voodoo magic to talk to telepathically to MikroTik gods to make it work. Yeah.
What are you doing now?
Just I configure this switch. Now we need to configure that one, and then we're done with the basic configuration. Just a basic configuration. No wheel ends, no nothing. And then we need 250 cables.
Oh.
And we need to plug them all in. And yeah, we have another switch. This is most of the network here now.
I can't see anything, so
That's good because you will need to blur less. But yeah, this is most of the network. And why did this? Oh, we turned it off yesterday. This switch stack.
yeah,
here.
great. You're just showing into widescreen, so.
Oh, this is a touch screen.
Oh, really? Oh, cool.
Ah.
Cool.
Okay.
Yeah, don't touch it.
Yeah. Now let's configure the next one.
Hi.
Yes, I started without you.
Wow. That's tight.
Yes. Unfortunately, these are not the same cables as in the other closets. These are green, not blue, and I cannot remove this thing.
This green is pretty.
I know, but I cannot remove the tag. That is bothering me.
Are you putting the tag?
Yes, I'm putting
Down?
the tag down,
Okay.
so it's hidden more or less. Oh, first
yeah.
one down. 200 more to go.
Yay!
You're very excited. It's starting to blink.
Oh, oh.
Yeah.
How are you connecting this?
Just one to one.
Mm-hmm.
And then one day I will order some access points.
Mm-hmm.
And then we're going to find which port is it.
Mm-hmm.
Pull out the white cable and route the red cable, like here, and into this switch.
Okay.
And I will sort that when we come to that part. I need to order them about, what, 6, 8 access points to cover everything.
Mm-hmm. Okay. I'll go back to my work.
Thank you. Almost there.
Last two.
Yeah. 47 and 48.
But in total this was...
About 250. I count 50 per switch, even though it's not 50.
a little bit less than.
Oh, wow.
Wow. Look at that.
And now I think everything is in.
You think?
I think.
Everything works?
I think everything works.
Wow. Look at the amount of these
And even
little
the door
cables.
can maybe close.
Yes.
Oh wow, the door hasn't been closed for years.
Wow, everything is in the closet.
Yeah.
And it has this side panel. And not a ton of cables is picking out of this. Amazing. Look at this. Everything is in this big box.
It's a cabinet.
Oh yeah, that's the word.
Yeah, it's closed, it's dusted. It's blinking, it's managed.
Oh yeah, look at
I
these
can
lights.
log into everything.
this was hard to do.
Yes.
I mean, you need to appreciate your system administrators. What are
And
you?
network administrators.
And network administrators. I mean, do you see what these people are doing? For you to have a convenience to go on the internet every day.
To watch YouTube.
To watch YouTube, exactly, and not do shit on your job.
Yeah, most of our traffic is YouTube, Reddit, and Steam.
Wow.
Yeah.
I
I think I'm knackered.
You're naked. I just want to show this big pile of plastic wrappers, because can you imagine that every single piece of this cable was wrapped individually on a piece of plastic?
I don't know why they don't wrap it 10 in a box.
No, I mean they are wrapped
Yeah.
like in 10, like it's a pack of 10, but then inside
Yeah, I know.
they're wrapped again. I mean, people, why do you do that?
And with this, the whole network is finished.
Look at this.
About 1,200 ports. Now,
The great reveal.
electric sheep can go to sleep.
Amazing.
I think we're done for today.
Thank you for this experience. So yeah, those were 2 days in life of a network administrator and his girlfriend.
This is more network architecture. We built something from nothing, so yeah.
So yeah, this is 2 days of our weekend
Gone.
that we don't have anymore.
We're not gonna get back.
Yeah, I won't. Thank you for staying with us, and see you in the next video. Bye.
Welcome back. It has been a couple of weeks. I upgraded the main links to the firewall to direct attached copper cables for 10 gigabit, because these adapters SFP plus to RJ45 are good, but I had some connection issues, so I just skipped everything and went to 10 gig instead. We have a new server here. This is a virtualization server running TrueNAS scale. Currently it has 2 VMs, and it will have a couple of more. This was meant for something else, but I put some RAM and disk inside and now it works. And also the firewall is now a new syslog server. And the biggest change is that all of the 16 cables from the other room are now recrimped and patched in from the other side. And we have wireless everywhere. We have one here, obviously, and we have 4 more through the building. And with those 5, I was able to make a 1,000 square meter coverage per floor. We also have 2 wireless access points in the basement. That's not the basement. We call it we call it the basement. The basement. So 2 for 1,000 square meters, and everything works. It's fine. I still haven't switched to the new optics, the new fiber, because I'm missing the scaffolding to hold the fiber from one side of the room to the other, but I will get to that.
Okay, looks nice. You added a bit of red color.
Yeah, red is for power over internet.
Nice touch.
And it works.
Great.
And it blinks more than ever.
Yay, all the lights.
People are actually using the network more than before. Because now we have more ports in every office and in every lab and in every facility.
The internet.
And also, I learned how to close the door properly.
Oh.
You need to push it up with your leg.
Oh, it's so quiet now.
See this?
Yes.
So you need to push it up and then you can close it properly.
Nice.
And that's it. Still works. Still blinks.
So nice.
Let's go.